So I like the build, and I like the concept to try to do with it, but in terms of damage, it's kind of mid, and it's got some weird spots in it, but it does do exactly what I wanted it to do. So I want to drop volcanoes and vacuum things up, and have some good single target with overlaps, and it does have that. It also has you running for your life, and you put something on the merry-go-round, like a mana siphoner. It also features you playing a bullet hell against these guys, which they do come up a lot. There are a lot of ways to approach the build and have fun with it, so this is my way, and I've actually really liked it. This is a tier 15, find some bosses. So I play on Xbox, so I don't know how to show the modifiers except for like hitting start and then like popping up the list, so I'm just gonna do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the build a bit, and we're gonna go over some of the ideas and how they're implemented. Now keep in mind, we are not channeling the tornadoes, we're just casting them. So we stack mostly spell damage and chaos damage, and then for the defensive layers, we pretty much just stack ES, because blue health bar is the best health bar. So keep in mind, we do weapon swap, so we want to make sure we're really careful about adding attributes like with this node, but basically split up the build in two portions. So we have the volcano part, and then we have like the totem attack speed curse effect part. So again, we're using volcano, we're using knockback, reverse knockback with the Empire's Grasp. We played old school Diablo, and you remember having a bow of the boar and knocking the butcher back. Basically, like knockback can be a good defensive layer. Volcano normally has a limit of 1, so we increase that using Stormweaver and then Overabundance, so we have 4 total. From there, we're actually doing projectile deceleration, so slowing down the spread, and then we're increasing the area of effect. And that basically gives us more overlaps, which means more damage. If you play Toxic Rain or Molten Strike in PoE1, that is kind of the vibe. And keep in mind we have to balance our mana, which is always an issue. The Zenith level 2 is actually really good for that. And we take some efficient casting. Maybe we might pick up some more later if we're playing. I like to run a smooth build. I like to make it easy. So again, the way we're getting the purple volcano part is we are converting our fire damage over to chaos using this node, which means we got to scale chaos damage only. We run Despair as a blasphemy curse, and then we have withered effect. Basically, you actually want to cast your Despair, but I don't want to hit another button. Again, smooth. And this is kind of what we're going for. Tons of overlap like that. I think with enough investment, it's actually really impressive what you can do with it. The way we're triggering those explosions all the time is by using our totem, which slams, which then creates the projectiles. So effectively acts as our cast speed. As much attack speed as possible, we're using this mace that lets our minion attack speed apply to us, and then we're using the shield to basically increase the duration to offset overabundance. And there is not much attack speed on the witch's side, so you just go ahead and grab whatever you can. There's a few little nodes, but not much. Again, we're relying on the projectile part of the damage, so Flame Wall is huge. If you want to, you can add in Orb Storms, and that should give you lightning infusions to boost up further. Now, I like Siren Shards because it makes mapping smoother. Basically, just drop a volcano and run. But you want to make sure you get more damage as fire damage than any other elemental type, because remember, you want to trigger your storm or elemental storm, right? Because if you trigger fire damage, then it becomes fire damage, and then that gets converted with your black flame, and that means all that chaos investment you have still applies to it. So again, we're stacking a lot of ES, a little bit of armor, but it's really negligible. But one unique thing we're using is a Snake Pit Ring, and you're going to use that to get additional chain, so we don't have to take chain support. Overall, the build's been really cheap. You can buy the uniques that you need really cheaply, even corrupted them, no issue. This part is from 2 weeks ago when I bought my jewel for it, plus 3 volcano jewel, super cheap. Now I'm making this video and I saw that Mathel has decided to put out a video about purple volcanoes. He has a different version. It's definitely higher investment and it looks pretty cool actually. Luckily on the screen is like from 2 weeks ago when I decided to buy the parts for this build, and they ended up being much cheaper. And now this is the current price for these. So thanks, Mathel. Obviously, I'm joking around, but expect a higher price for about a week. So I'd encourage you to look at both videos and kind of come up with some of the fun ideas or see the different kind of scaling, different directions for people. As for me, I'm going to chill, play a little PoE1, maybe a Shield Charge Ignite build, or play Ruthless with my friend, which is my favorite game mode. But I'll probably make more videos when I want to, or when the new league launches, that kind of stuff. So subscribe, and I'll see you then.